Hey everyone, this is Jersey John Persons, and you're tuned into the tropical vibes of Buffett on the radio.
When I grew up in Texas, the only paradise I ever saw were the ones that my buddies used to roll against the wall. Never saw that ocean, even though we had lots of sand. The sand, the waves of grain, I guess it ain't the same. Heard about Galveston, the Gulf of Mexico, but the only beach I ever got to know was Buffett on the radio. Didn't take no vacation, never had any love. Left arm always had a tan, driving that old pickup truck. Never saw a palm tree swaying or heard a steel drum playing. Beach is where I wanted to go, and I heard Buffett on the radio. All those years of Buffett ringing in my ears, headed for the coast to the Gulf of Mexico. Haven't been back, paradise is now my home. I'm still listening to Buffett on the radio. Now I'm grown up in Texas, paradise is all I see. I miss my old buddies, but I love my new family. I've seen the ocean, seen a beach with the whitest sand. Came back to my amber waves of grain. Think I finally understand. And I've been to Galveston, to the Gulf of Mexico, but I still love that beach that I got to know when I heard Buffett on the radio. Yeah, I still love that beach that I got to know when I heard Buffett on the radio. On that radio.
Hey, this is Chuck Freeman from Tropics, and you're listening to Buffett on the Radio with Jersey John Persons on Radio A1A.
Welcome to Buffett on the radio. I'm your host, Jersey John Persons. Dive into the world of Jimmy Buffett with us each week, where we explore tunes not by Jimmy, but about him, inspired by him, or even penned by the man himself and performed by other artists. Hey everyone, welcome back to Buffett on the radio. In today's episode, we'll be concluding my conversation with the talented Brent Burns. Stick around for the finale of this insightful discussion.
Hey, this is Brent Burns, and whether you're living in paradise or working in hell, I'm listening to Buffett on the radio with Jersey John Persons on Radio A1A.
Originally from Seminole, Oklahoma, Brent Burns relocated to Phoenix, Arizona in 1958. His journey into the world of music began at the age of 14 when he discovered a passion for the guitar, eventually leading him to front a rock and roll band. A pivotal moment in Brent's life occurred when he volunteered for service in Vietnam. After several months in combat, he sustained injuries and was awarded the Purple Heart. Following a 3-year recuperation marked by stints in Army hospitals, Burns returned to his musical roots and embarked on a nationwide tour, captivating audiences across the United States. In the 1990s, Burns felt compelled to take a 2-year hiatus from his music career to conduct a lecture series titled Vietnam and American Life in the 60s at various colleges and universities. This initiative provided an honest, insightful, and humorous perspective on life as a combat soldier, offering support to those grappling with the war's lasting impacts on their daily lives. Through the years, Burns has been committed to philanthropy. A portion of his CD sales is dedicated to charitable causes, including the National Cancer Society, Alabama Gulf Coast Zoo, and Habitat for Humanity. Notably, his Habitat tribute song, Build Them a House, is available for free download on his website, brentburns.com, further contributing to his ongoing efforts to make a positive impact on the world.
All I want is a little grass hut and you. The simple things in life are free. Complications cause such grief. I remember how it ought to be. When having money was a pocket full of change, real fun was getting to play in the rain. How I long for more simplicity. All I want is a little grass hut and to be with you. I'd feel like a king in a castle. All my wants would be few. Hand in hand we'd walk down the beach. I'd cast the net for something to eat. All I want is a little grass hut and you. All we need is some time alone. So close the blinds and unplug the phone. Pour some wine and put some Buffett on. Give me conversation and more love making. We'll be taking a mini vacation right here in the front room of our home. All I want is a little grass hut and to be with you. I feel like a king in a castle. All my wants would be few. Hand in hand we'd walk down the beach. I'd cast the net for something to eat. All I want is a little grass hut and you. In this world of insanity, I need a little tranquility. All I want is a little grass hut and to be with you. I'd feel like a king in a castle. All my wants would be few. Yeah, all I want, all I need, yeah, to be with you. I'd feel like all a king in a castle. I need, all my wants would be few. All I want is a little grass hut and to be with you. All I want is a little grass hut and to be with you.
So, as you know, the show Buffett on the Radio, we feature songs about Jimmy, inspired by Jimmy, written by him, performed by other people, like Gulf Coast Girl by Carolyn Jones, etc. So, and we all know about Live Like Jimmy Buffett and Parrot Head Rendezvous But are there other songs in your catalog that you would say are inspired by Jimmy Buffett?
Well, but one of my favorites, it's kind of obscure because I don't do it live, but it's called Hard to Be Buffett Sometimes. And it's about the trials and tribulations of being famous and being Jimmy Buffett. I don't play it live, and I would be uncomfortable now. I'm a little uncomfortable playing Living a Life Jimmy Buffett only wrote about now. I do it as a tribute now, but Hard to Be Buffett Sometimes. It's just about, it's hard. I mean, I've been around a lot of famous people in my day, not being famous myself, but I've seen how people react. And, if you're really, really, truly famous, John, you can't take your family out to eat. You can't go to a concert. You can't go to the mall with your wife and do shopping. You can't. I mean, people they just get all gushy and they see you, and it's like one time in a lifetime they can shake your hand and say hi. They know there's a part of it that says I really shouldn't bother him because he's with his family, but they did because it's their only chance to do that. I talked one time, I'm name dropping here. I was talking to Jonah about that, and he said I don't sign any autographs when I'm at dinner. I said, really? He says, a lady one time, I had a fork full of mashed potatoes headed into my mouth, grabbed my right arm, and she said, "Sign this." And he said, from that point on, I decided I'm not saying anything while I meet. And, that shows you how brash people can be, and, I shouldn't be name dropping so much, but anyway, my good friend Paul McCartney told me it wasn't in good taste to name drop, so. You don't play that, yeah.
I like that one.
Yeah, I try to do it too much, but I've got a chance to write with a lot of great writers, and some you would know their names that you might not know their names, but you know their songs, and
right.
It's been a real blessing, and it's always fun to write with somebody who's like playing tennis with somebody who's a lot better than you. You kind of brings your game up a little bit. So
right.
He's Elvis the Pelvis to the tropical crowd. When he takes the stage, they holler real loud. When the last song's sung, it should be the end of the show. He's just a kid from Pascagoula, and they won't leave him alone. I bet it's hard to be Buffett sometimes, having a sip of a good French wine, and a baronet stumbles up and says, "Is that you? Is that really you?" Signs a JB t-shirt the dude just bought while his wife screws up a photo op. No, that can't be paradise. I bet it's hard to be Buffett sometimes. He's just like the Beatles to all the beach bums. Baby boomer beach boy having fun. He can turn them on, but he can't turn them off. He makes a whole lot of money, but I wonder if it's worth the cost. And I bet it's hard to be Buffett sometimes, standing in the bathroom getting rid of some wine, when a parrot looks over and says, "Is that you? Is that really you?" What do you say to a guy like that, wearing a flowered shirt and one of your hats? No, that can't be paradise. I bet it's hard to be Buffett sometimes. He autographs the dude's ball cap and flip-flops, and signs a coconut popping out of her bra. I bet it's hard to be Buffett sometimes, trying to eat a piece of key lime pie, when a drop-dead blonde sits down and says, Is that you? Is that really you? What do you say to a girl like that? Buy her a drink and sign her hat. Some days are bad, others are paradise. I bet it's hard to travel in a seaplane. I bet it's hard when everybody knows your name. I bet it's hard to count all those dollar bills from the concerts and the swag at every Margaritaville. I bet the truth is most of the time it's nice, but now and then I bet it's hard to be Buffett sometimes.
Many of our listeners might not know this, but you hold the distinction of being the first American entertainer to perform for troops overseas after the tragedy of September 11th. Your musical journey has not only led you from coast to coast in the U.S., but across continents as well. With such a rich tapestry of experiences, do you still find joy in hitting the road?
Yeah, I sure enjoy it. I really, most people probably think I should retire, but it's still, it's become, music has become, and writing, part of my DNA. It's like, I think about cutting back this year, but the fact of the matter is, it's just, the only thing would keep me from keep doing it till I can't, would be physically can't get there, or people could call me on the phone. And that hadn't happened to anyone. Struggle some days when you get a little older, but it's still a joyful thing, and the crowds, especially on the road, you get back from Florida last week, and every show was wonderful. People could hear a pin drop between songs, and I could tell my stories and do my little jokes and humor with the crowd, which I love to do. And it's fun to listen to people laugh at your bad jokes. It's pretty cool.
I just watched your bad joke.
Yeah.
All right.
Hi, this is Brent Burns in Gulf Shores, Alabama, home of MOTM. I'm listening to Buffett on the radio with Jersey John Persons on A1A Radio.
How thrilled are you that Meeting of the Minds moved to Gulf Shores in Orange Beach last year, bringing the festivities closer to your home turf?
We're looking forward to Modem again this year in Gulf Shores, where I live. It was really great last year. I really had a great time, and the Parrot Heads really, really did well by the locals. The locals just loved them, and the city of Gulf Shores loved them, and Orange Beach. They really showed themselves well, and it was pretty fun.
Mark your calendars. This year's Meeting of the Minds will be taking place in Gulf Shores, Alabama from October 22nd to the 27th. For further details and registration, head over to phip.com.
We'll put our flowered shirts on at the drop of a funny-looking hat. Form a Congo line. Any old time we hear the sound of a Caribbean band. We gather together, fun being our pleasure, the beach our favorite habitat. People see us coming, I know they're wondering, who the hell is that? It's a Parrot Head rendezvous. Party with a purpose, yeah, that's what we do. Celebrate the beach life, listening to our favorite guys singing their tropical tunes. Ooh, that's a Parrot Head rendezvous. Florida, Arizona, even California, I flock with some of the best. Down Louisiana, Gulf Shores, Alabama, it's hard to beat that crew in Key West. Beach boys and girls from around the world gathering with to manifest. When we're raising money for somebody's buddy, that's when we're the happiest. It's a Parrot Head rendezvous. Party with a purpose, yeah, that's what we do. Celebrate the beach life, listening to our favorite guys singing their tropical tunes. Ooh, people say I'm pretty good when I write and sing, but I admit I found lower, 'cause Jimmy's still the king. It's a paradise rendezvous, party with a purpose, yeah, that's what we do. Celebrate the beach life, listening to our favorite guys singing their tropical tunes. That's a paradise rendezvous.
Fans are always eager to catch live performances. Can you provide details on any upcoming concert dates or where fans can find out information about your schedule and activities?
Well, I'm all over the place. You know, I'm here in town for the next 30 days. And then 1st of March, I'm flying to California, in San Diego. I'll be in Phoenix, Arizona the next week. First, it's the 1st of March. And then late March, I'll be going back to Florida for 3 nights. And I don't have specific dates, but if people are interested in coming to hear me play or would like to book me for a private engagement, they can go to BrentBurns.com and find out more about me than they probably really want to know.
Thanks.
I want a place in Key West and a big sea plane, watch the sun dip in the water at the end of the day. On a coconut telegraph, make my calls, change my attitude and latitude, and have a beach ball. But all I'm ever gonna be is a Jimmy Buffett wannabe. I'd love to sing my songs with a coral reefer band, dance in my bare feet, singing in the sand, looking at fins, going left, going right, watch stars on the water on an Alabama night. But all I'm ever gonna be is a Jimmy Buffett wannabe. Flip-flops is where I've always been, living in his shadow. It's a nice place to live. Sit on this bar stool, sing my little songs, and on a real good night, I can hear you sing along. Some folks say you remind me of him. I just chew on my juicy fruit and give them a grin. Guess all I'm ever gonna be is a Jimmy Buffett wannabe. Looking at you, I can see that all of you are just like me. Jimmy Buffett wannabe. Jimmy Buffett wannabes. Jimmy Buffett wannabes. Yeah.
Got a favorite Jimmy Buffett-inspired song? Share it on Facebook. You can find us at Buffett on the Radio. Until next time, be good to each other, and remember to always Buffett up.
When life is dull and your luster fades, it's not too late to improve your ways and put some mileage in your life. To the coast of Marseille, changing latitude, Margaritaville to change your attitude, Bama breeze, and a cheeseburger in paradise. Buffett up, it's 5 o'clock somewhere. Take a trip around the sun till the coast is clear. Put your flip-flops on and a Buffett song. Join the parrots for a sing-along. Get your fins up and Buffett up. You might be a pirate, looks at 40, so book a lovely cruise and start the party. The Banana Republic will be serving boat drinks. Come Monday you'll be stranded on a sandbar, Havana daydreaming at a tiki bar, catching island fever, not caring what the boss thinks. Buffett up, it's 5 o'clock somewhere. Take a trip around the sun till the coast is clear. Put your flip-flops on and a Buffett song. Join the parrots for a sing-along. Get your fins up and Buffett up. Eat the last mango in Paris while sipping wine. Send a message on a coconut telegraph, I'm doing fine. Buffett up, it's 5 o'clock somewhere. Take a trip around the sun till the coast is clear. Put your flip-flops on and a Buffett song. Join the parrots for a sing-along. Get your fins up and Buffett up. Buffett up.
A1A.Productions videos and broadcasts are for educational and entertainment purposes only. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Non-profit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in the favor of fair use.